Yeah, my bedroom's upstairs.
Do you use any devices when you walk?
No.
No.
Just hang on to the railings in the wall.
Okay. How about, do you live with somebody? I see you married.
Yes.
Okay. So how's the health of your spouse?
It's good. He's nice and muscly, so.
Okay. So when you go home, he will be able to assist you with certain things?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any other equipment at home? You know, sometimes people have raised toilet seats or they have bars. Do you have any of those kind of things?
No.
So no cane, no commode, no raised toilet seat?
No.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your shower. Is it a tub shower or is it a walk-in shower?
It's a tub shower.
A tub shower. Does it have curtains or sliding doors?
Sliding doors.
Sliding doors. And when you shower up till the time that you fell, do you always stand and take a shower?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you stand there and wash yourself.
Yes.
Do you have any thing in your tub that is makes it non-slip, like one of those mats or those strips?
I used to, but it didn't really stick anymore, so I took it off.
Okay. All right. So good information. So you still have a dog?
Yes.
And is he small? Is he big?
He's big.
Do you still walk him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not as far as I used to, though. Just around the block.
So let's talk about the things that you really like most to do during the day.
I like walking my dog. I like to cook for my husband. I like to garden.
Do you do house cleaning?
Yes, I do some house cleaning. I like to surf the web.
Okay.
The internet.
Yeah.
And I like to travel, but I don't really travel anymore.
And in terms of being able to shower and dress, you've been doing those things all by yourself until this point that you're now in the hospital?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay, so what would I do next? Do you see why I've asked all those questions? Mm-hmm. And it didn't take me more than 5 minutes or so, but all of that is very important information. Why?
Helps you to understand your client holistically.
Yeah, that's a very good academic question. I answer.
Because you know her prior function and what got her into the hospital.
But what is your ultimate goal?
To help you
She needs to go. All right? And you need to help make the decision what is the appropriate level of her. So what is it that we hear positively? It's a one-story house. I mean, it's a two-story house. That's a problem. Oh, based on that, I could ask, is there any, is your bathroom and, is your bedroom and bathroom upstairs?
Yes.
Any bathroom downstairs?
Yes, there's a bathroom, but not for the shower.
Just a toilet in the center, I guess. Okay, all right. So that is important information because we don't know whether this person can go home at this point, okay? What is positive is the fact that she has a spouse that is healthy, that can help, okay? The dog is a problem. The clutter sounds a little clutterish to me. That might be a problem, okay? So I am concerned about the environment. She doesn't have any equipment, okay? So I'm already thinking, what? This person needs a walker, obviously. They will need a shoe reacher, all right? I'm getting the feeling that they might not even need a sock aid or whatever. Depending on her husband, he will probably just do it. And I'm not going to try and change that and say, well, you need to do this independently. It's not like a long-term sort of thing. And then obviously they will need a commode. Now usually that's a 3-in-1 commode that they will order, otherwise no other equipment. Okay? All right, and I'm already thinking that unless this person is very willing to put a hospital bed in the downstairs area and the hospital is very involved and will help, I probably think that this person is going to a skilled nursing facility versus acute rehab. She does not qualify for acute rehab. Why?
Because she doesn't.
Acute hip replacements does not qualify for acute rehabilitation unless there's two joints, two knees, two hips, or a hip and a knee. Okay? If it was a stroke, it was a different story. All right. Okay, so you said you were pretty active and you were, any other health concerns?
I get migraines.
Migraines. Do you think it's from tension or is it something to do with your neck?
Haven't figured that out.
Okay.
They just come sporadically, but besides that, it's pretty healthy.
I'm going to move some of these pillows. Is it okay with you? So can you hold your head up for me? There we go. All right. So, there. Just put them over here. Now, we're going to raise the bed up a little bit. All right, that's better. Okay, do you have arthritis or have you ever had shoulder pain
A little shoulder pain.
from arthritis? Or
Yes.
was it from an injury?
Um,
You can make it simple.
it was just from an injury.
Okay, all right. Okay, so let's see if I ask you, see if you can touch the wall behind you. All right, a little further. Can you take it a little further? We can always take a pillow out. Can you bring it back down? There we go. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, so bring your hand all the way back and back down. How about that side? All right, thank you. Any pain when we do that? Can you squeeze my hand as hard as you can? Very good. Hold this position, don't let me move you. Okay, hold this position, don't let me move you. Can you bring your arm down for me? All right, can you bring your arm up for me? And can you bring your arm out for me like this? Hold, okay, and hold. What did I just do? First of all, I started with active range of motion. I wanted to see what this person can do. Okay? All right, so I established that she has active range of motion, and then I went into a strength assessment. Okay? A screening. Why am I doing that?
See if she's strong enough to get up on her own.
To see how much strength is in her upper extremities, because she needs that to be able to get up, to transfer herself, and to be able to walk with a walker. How much strength do I need to see?
3 plus.
A 3 is not going to be good enough.
Four-
So at
4
least
minus?
a 4 minus, which in my book means that she has strength that can withstand resistance, external resistance, but they might not have full range of motion. Okay, this might be an older person with severe arthritis and they can only go to here. Okay, so what am I going to chart about her upper extremity function? It can be as simple as active range of motion and overall strength is within normal limits. Make sense? If the person would have had one of the upper extremities that were involved in some injury or surgery, I might want to then assess that arm in more detail. Remember, we talked about that in MMT and those things. You start very general and then you drill down. Okay? All right? I see you wear glasses. Do you wear those for reading?
Or distance.
For distance? Okay. Do you take them off when you read?
No, actually keep them on.
Okay, so you have, okay, all right. And when last have you had your eyes checked?
A couple years ago.
Okay, so your glasses, you still see pretty good with your glasses? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, if this was a person with a stroke, I would have definitely have done a more in-depth vision assessment. I would have at least looked at visual fields, visual scanning, range of ocular range, ocular pursuits, those things. So for the class, for the PPP class, your assessment form will look different depending on what client you have. I mean, you will always address vision, for example, but how in depth you're going to go is dependent on your client. Okay? Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right. Anything else that you want to know, would assess? Yeah, we're getting there. Very good. And I probably need to do a little better pain assessment. We ask generally about pain, but we'll go a little more in depth into that.
I just had a question. If it is finding who had a stroke and you're doing a vision assessment, how in detail are you going with that, like visual screening? Are you just making sure that?
Oh, okay, I'll tell you. I will probably have I will probably do at least visual fields, tracking, range of motion, and smooth pursuits. I would ask if the person has experienced double vision. I will ask, how old is the glasses, what are they used for. So those are the minimum I would do. Right?
And then if you see like the deficits, you're either just going to work on it or find ways of like adapting.
Well, if this is a person in a hospital, you're not going to work on it.
Okay.
Right? But you want to determine how much this impacts their safety and level of independence. Right?
Thank you.
Okay, so we talked briefly about pain, but can you tell me where the pain is right now as you're laying there? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is it?
Well, the pain in my right hip, I would say, is a 7. And
That's,
I'm having a little bit of pain in my neck.
that's probably of all those pillars you've been laying on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This position wasn't that comfortable.
No, I can see that. Okay. All right, so you know that we're going to try and get up today because that's very important. So what we are going to do, before we start doing that, has anybody discussed with you the hip precautions?
Yeah, the surgeon went over it once, but I don't know.
Let's see how much of it you can remember.
No, bending like this.
How much?
Is what they called it.
How much,
90 degrees.
which is kind of like this,
Mhm.
like a right angle, okay? That's good.
They told me not to cross.
Oh, don't do that.
And not to
That can happen.
internally
So-
rotate.
Yeah.
Not to go in and not to flex, and I just can't remember. They didn't give
Yeah.
me like a handout or anything.
Okay, well, I have a handout for you right here, which I will leave. But you got all 3 of them.
Oh, so I do know.
Right, so you did pretty well. Okay, now the challenge for us is to apply those as we get up and do things. It's one thing to say what they are, but we have to be able to apply them in different situations and remember and apply them. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit up. Seeing that your upper body is so strong, you're going to help me a lot with your upper body. Okay? So basically what we're going to do, don't do it yet, you're going to come up on your arms, alright? Like this, as if you're watching the TV. And then we are going to move this towards the edge of the bed.
Okay.
This leg you can obviously move, and if I need to help you with this one, then I'm going to help you with this one, okay?
Okay.
So once we come up on our elbows, then we're going to come up eventually on our arms stretched out behind us. Right. So let's get this leg a little closer to the bed. Can you move this to the edge of the bed? Very good. And then this one. Okay, now let's get up on your elbows. Very good. Now can you keep moving this one? Very good. Now, okay, excellent. Scoot a little forward. Very good. stop right there. I'm going to lower the bed.